Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm back now and I'm going to be showing you guys a summer makeup tutorial. So to start off, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pro palette. I love this palette. It has all of the shades. I originally got it for my clients, but I also use it on myself. So right now I'm using the shade Dark Brown. And then to prime my eyes, I'm using MAC Painterly as I normally do. And for this entire eye look, I'm going to be using the Morphe 350 palette. So I try to show you the shade that I used. It's the top left kind of a crease color that you can use. I mean, you don't have to use these colors to create this look. You can use any other crease color that matches your skin tone from this palette, but I try my best to show you the colors I use. They don't have names, unfortunately. So after I put in the crease color, I'm going in with a darker shade just to give it a little bit more dimension. And then for the lid color, I'm going to be using an orange shade. And then once I'm done with the lid color, I'm going back in and blending it with the darker shade that I used, just to take away any harsh lines. And then I'm going on top of the lid, more towards the inner corner with a frosty color, just to make it pop a little more. For eyeliner, I'm using this new NYX Two Timer Pencil. It has two sides, so one side is liquid eyeliner and then the other side is a pencil. So I'm using here the liquid portion of it to do my wing, which I really don't love doing. And then for lashes, I'm using these KOKO lashes in Goddess. These lashes are so pretty and like really out there. Like if you want that glam look, get these lashes. I love them. These are KOKO lashes in Goddess, and I use duo lash glue to put these on. So to prime my face before foundation, I'm using this MAC Time Check lotion. And for foundation, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match foundation in the shade W6. I'm normally a W4, but now that the summer's here, I'm a little darker, a little tan, so I use W6. And I'm using a beauty blender to blend that all out. And then for concealer, I'm using my favorite, which is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Sand. And then I am also using a damp beauty blender to blend this out. And since this is a summer look, I used a lot of setting powder, so I'm using two different ones. You'll see that I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, the banana powder or the yellow powder that's in that palette, and then I'm going to go back and use the RCMA No Color, or what is it called? Yeah, the RCMA No Color powder to set on top of that. And the reason why I'm doing this is because since it's the summertime, you know, you sweat, your makeup gets a little oily, you know, so I'm trying to avoid that and just setting it with extra powder. To contour my face, I'm also using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and I'm just carving it right underneath my cheekbones. The brush that I'm using is a Morphe MB30 brush. And then to just give my face a little bit more of a bronze look, I'm using this Lorac Tantalizer Baked Bronzer. And this has a little bit of shimmer in it. I really like this, especially for the summertime when you want to get that glowy look. So here I'm just contouring my nose. The bronzer that I use to contour my nose is from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour palette also. And then I'm just blending that out with the Beauty Blender. For blush, I'm using the new Becca Cosmetics Jaclyn Hill Champagne Face Collection palette. That was long. So I'm using the pink shade for blush. Then I'll get to highlight a little later on. Going into the waterline, I'm using what I always use, which is the NYX Trey Jolie Gel Waterproof Pencil. And then I'm going to my eyebrow bone, and I am using just another like frosty shade from the Morphe 350 palette to highlight the brow bone. And then I'm also doing the same for the inner corner or the inner tear duct of my eye. And then for right underneath the waterline, I'm taking that orange lid color that I used, and I'm just blending it out underneath my waterline. So now going back to highlight, I'm using again the Becca Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop Face palette. So I'm using both of the highlights, which is Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop. So I'm mixing both of them, and the highlight that comes from those two is unbelievable. It's just amazing. And then I'm using a little bit of mascara on the lower lashes. And then we'll go into the lip color. I just grabbed any lip liner. I think I'm actually using a lip liner from one of the Kylie lip kits here. And then for my lip color, I'm using Kathleen Light's Miami Fever, which is like an orangey shade. Really, really pretty. This is actually the first time that I actually wear this, and I've had it for so long. And that completes the look. So just to complete everything, I'm just gonna set my face with the Model in a Bottle setting spray, matte finish. It's the Sensitive Skin formula. So once I'm done with my lips, I'm just gonna set my face with this spray, and then I'm good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, beauties.